I'm hoping you're doing okay. Bring this down just a little. There you go. Just kind of. I promised you guys that I was going to do a live just outside of our Bible study, which is tomorrow. And I know that our time together is winding down as far as being able to just get online the way I want to. So I wanted to spend some quality time with you tonight. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I've been working on it, but I'm not sure yet. So whatever that is. So hopefully we get our new schedule on Saturday. We can start planning some stuff. I was looking at Mount Washington, and in that area it had a lot of like waterfall hikes and gorges and stuff like that. And I think that would just be really fun to shoot up there. And maybe go to the Lake Winnipesaukee. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. Which is not very far from here. So hopefully get a chance to make it up there on a nice day because it seems like every day we're off, it's raining. And then all the beautiful hot days, we're working. So we were off today, one day. So we worked 5 days straight last week. We had Sabbath off, and then we've been working ever since Sunday. We had today off, and we go back to work tomorrow. And then we have Sabbath off. And then I don't even know what the schedule looks like for next week because he doesn't put it out till Saturday. So hopefully we could plan some time. Hey, Margaret. Hi. Hey, Ruth. And I'm hoping that we could plan some time to kind of get out. Like I was saying, I just wanted to kind of spend some time with y'all. I was looking at my, I've been purposely not looking at my watch time hours, and then I messed up and did that this morning. And where I was at 3,200, I've lost 100 watch time hours. And that is devastating because if you know how hard it is to get watch time, that means that people have almost completely stopped watching my channel and mostly all the videos. And so that was a real blow. So I'm kind of nervous about what's going to happen once if I lose my phone and stuff, where I can't post regularly or do anything but video with my phone. What if they take back, like if your watch hours count down and you get up under 3,000, do they take back all your the stuff you worked so hard for? So I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm not thinking negative. I'm thinking positive. I redesigned my merch, and I lowered the price. So I know I'm gonna have to sell like double the amount to be able to get it. But if you want to help, you can always go that route and purchase some merch, and you can. And I don't know what's going on with the price that they post on there, but that price is not correct. Like when you go over to my store on YouTube, I saw one of the hoodies was like $60, and that's not true. It's not even. It's half that. So I don't even know why that the extra money is on there, but I would prefer it if you just went to the store versus going to the store on YouTube. You can go and look at it on YouTube, but preferably just go to the website. Just click on the link and then let it take you over to the store, and you'll see the true prices of it. Meanwhile, we made it through our first major weekend, which was Memorial Day, and that was crazy. It was extremely busy around here. And tomorrow we have another 100 or some campers checking in, so it's going to be pretty busy. Up here in the Northeast, school is not out yet, so that's why we're pretty slow still during the week and super slammed on the weekend. And they have a lot of seasonals, which means it's people who live here throughout the summer. They come up on the weekend and they're here, enjoying the amenities and stuff like that. And they have like theme weekends every weekend. So I'm probably um, gonna try to do a ride through here, maybe Saturday afternoon or maybe tomorrow afternoon. I'm not quite sure. Whenever I have the time, I could take you guys. I know it won't take long. We jump on a golf cart and tour the whole park as a whole. So that would be fun. And I want to show it to you, not empty, but with people here. So you could just like see what's happening and kind of see what the park is like. Just in case you're thinking about doing something this summer or you're traveling this way, you'll have a kind of idea of what it is that we're doing here. Um, Other than that, life on the travel tip has been extremely slow just because we've been working, and it's really not enough work couples here, so everybody's pretty much working a lot more than they want to. just because there's not enough people to cover all the shifts. So you're working longer shifts and more days. And that's a fast track to burnout. But I've met some new people. We got some new people here from like another country, and we're gonna have dinner with them on Saturday afternoon. So that's gonna be fun, and maybe we could get some pictures, and I could post them and kind of, kind of introduce you to them, and I don't know, kind of go from there. But first things first, I got to get this stuff taken care of. I was able to kind of talk to AT&T and kind of get it down, but I still got to get it paid or they're going to turn it off. So it is what it is at this point. I just hate to see my channel that I've worked since 2020 so hard at to just get where I am now, having to do it, put it down, do it, put it down, to see it just go away. So I'm working real hard on it, and I appreciate your help. If you guys could continue to still watch videos, I got a lot of them, so hopefully you'll find something you like, and you'll continue to watch that. But um, Margaret, your plans for the summer, have you guys nailed down where you're going yet? And I'm not sure who's here. I don't have my iPad, so I don't know who's in the chat. But if you say something in the chat, it shows up on my phone, but just for a brief second. So if you're saying something in chat, please go ahead and say it. But and I'm going to be looking at the screen so I could catch it. But I don't have my iPad because I'm outside enjoying the nice calm before the storm when everybody gets in tomorrow. And like I said, I'll do a video of the whole place come tomorrow, so you guys can see it busy. Yeah, I know, and I'm not. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying not to be sad about it, right? Because how it all unfolded was just like a series of unfortunate events. I got that Wi-Fi box to really help. Seaside in August. It was oh, where Seaside? Where Ruth? Seaside, like East Coast, West Coast, Seaside. Where? So I got that Wi-Fi box solely so the lives won't break up. Like they'll flow without glitching and everything, and it worked great. But what they didn't tell you was, A, it wasn't unlimited like the guy sold me, and B, when it ran out of minutes, they were expecting you to turn the box off and like don't use it at all, and then at the once you pay it and it renews, turn it back on. And I'm like, nobody tells you that. That makes no sense. So because we left it on, it just kept accruing. So they just kept adding and adding. And when I got that bill and it was $800 to $1,000 total, I was furious and I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. And then I called the people and they were like, oh, well, the best we could do, we could take off 5 of it, but you'll still owe us 3 plus whatever your phone and your iPad stuff is. And I was like, that's $500. So that's where I'm at now. I think I got like 3 more to pay. So that's why I'm trying to sell some merch to come up with the other 300 so I can keep my stuff on and be able to do some videos when it's time to, when we do have some beautiful days off and we can get out. And Ruth, that is so awesome. I could tell you guys this summer I am missing the West Coast. Like we got here and we have been doing nothing but work. And so I miss the West Coast where we had days off and we could go to Cannon Beach, or we could go and do things and be outside and take the hikes. Even if we've been to the waterfall before, we could pack a lunch and then hike up to the waterfall and just take our chairs and just sit there and just enjoy the atmosphere. So far, not so much. Like we're close to stuff, but nothing you really want to see or do. And nothing's really like open yet. And that's the bummer part. So now they say, okay, it's after Memorial Day, things will start to open up. But you still need a sweater at nighttime. I mean, it still gets pretty chilly at night. And some days, like if it rains, it's still kind of cold. It still dips down like 50s. And so it's been really different. Oh, congratulations on your daughter's graduation. And whoever's here watching the video, if you don't mind giving us a thumbs up, I need all the help I can get. I got to recoup my watch time hours, so I really appreciate everybody who's coming to hang out this evening. But we're just chit chatting, talking back and forth. So say something in the comment section so we can finish talking. That is congratulations, and we will appreciate your daughter's service, graduating from the military. My son asked me about that this week. He was like, he was thinking about going into the reserves, and he wanted to know how I felt about it. But that is awesome, Margaret, and may the Lord be with her and protect her while she serves our country. So, but other than that, have you, anybody got any like exciting things that has happened or going to be happening? I know that Ruth says she's going to be chilling with the family at Seaside in Oregon. And Seaside the city, right? Or are you just saying Seaside as in you're going to the coast? Because there is a city there called Seaside, right? I think it's like right below, what is the name of that little place where they did Goonies? Astoria, Astoria, right below there, like going towards Cannon Beach from Astoria, is Seaside, the cut. So, oh yeah, okay, the city. I was gonna say the cut. Where is that? So I'm glad you put that in there. Yeah, the city. Okay, all right. So they have 1,000 trails there. You can pretty much walk to the water from there. It's a beautiful place. Now that beach is not as touristy, is it? Like Cannon, because Cannon Beach is very touristy. A lot of people are there. Nobody's in the water, but a lot of people are there. So I wonder if Seaside in the summertime is very touristy as far as the beach is concerned. Because when we went, it was maybe like four other people on there, and they were just walking just like we were. And that's one thing I love about the beaches in Oregon. The dogs are welcome. Not here. Ooh, Alaskan cruise. This is the perfect time to take a cruise in Alaska. Because isn't this the time where there's like no nighttime? It's like sun 23 hours in the day, and the weather's like 70s. That sounds awesome. Newport, I like Newport Beach too. Now, Newport Beach is not really like beach. It's more like the rocky cliff of the coast. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. This pollen, oh my goodness. There's Cedric. Say hi, Ced. he being a peeping Tom. He coming to getting in the frame. Oh, my grandson says, Nana, what are you doing? I was like, my throat itch because all this pollen. Everything was blanket with pollen. Cedric had to get out here and like pretty much wash everything and just get it off.
I washed the whole house.
Yes, he had to wash the RV, the truck, like kind of wipe down the inside of the tent. I mean, this place was covered with pollen. But I'm excited. Hey, Deborah. How are you, friend? I'm excited for your trip to Alaska. Man, I need to be going with you. I bet you're going to get some great pictures. This boy got problems. He got real problems. Get out the back of my... Let me just... Because he's seeking, he attention seeking right now. You guys, you got to show you Noodle. He got a cut to his haircut today. That was stressful for him. So he laying by the fire in his favorite chair. So yeah, that was stressful for him. And then I got my ferns in the inside. I bought some little stools to put them on, and the citronella candles, trying to keep the bugs out and stay happy all at the same time. I've always wanted to go to Alaska, and our first year out, me and Cedric were planning to go to Ketchikan, and take the Alaska Marina ferry, and it just did not work out. By the time we stopped working, it was like the state parks there were starting to close, and so we said we were going to try to plan to where we could get close Um, he does have the life. I'm at work and he be in the house sucking up all the AC, laying in my bed, relaxing on my couch. It's crazy. And then he get to go to the beauty parlor. I don't even get to go to the beauty parlor. Cedric cut my edges, so I got to get him to line me up and cut me up so I can look halfway decent. And now it's time to get some color, honey, because these edges are fighting back with a vengeance. And one of y'all, as one of my viewers, got onto me really bad about my hair. She was like, Erica, you got a cute face. Stop pulling your hair back and do your hair. Do something to it. Don't pull it back. Don't wear ponytails. You got a good grade of hair. You should comb it. And I had a flashback because my mom used to tell me that. Why don't you do something to your hair? Why are you always putting it in ponytails? My hair, believe it or not, you guys, my hair used to be down my back. And I would put it in a ball and wrap it up and put it in a ponytail in the back and do nothing else with it. And everybody's like, your hair's so pretty. Why you don't do anything to it? So yeah, then I to stop all that, I went and got it cut all off. So now it's growing back, but I got it cut really. It was like this long all the way around. So the top got, it started growing back, and then I had the side shave. But yep. Anyway, the Alaska Ferry. So by the time we decided, we were trying to make plans and stuff, and was like, we're gonna go while we're already over here on this side of the world. We could hit that and then come on back. And we were trying to book a place, and everything was like, we're closing for the season. They were like closing for the season while we would be en route going. So that's one of the things on my bucket list, is to be able to make it to Alaska. So when I met Sarah and she told me she was going, I was like, oh. Then I met another couple who were driving a van and they were going, and I was like, oh, because they were taking the van and going over there. So one day I'm going to make it up there and be able to go see. Meanwhile, we'll live vicariously through your trip that's coming up in June. Deborah, do you have any fun plans for the summer, you and your baby girl? I'm just trying to hang out with y'all. I'm gonna miss y'all so much. If I can't get anything worked out, it's gonna be hard, because it's like I'm gonna be disconnected from my friends, and so it's gonna be really difficult, So I'm hoping that I could get this thing worked out. Yeah, well, I didn't think she was being mean. I thought I knew I understood what she was saying, because I've been hearing that my whole life. And as far as makeup, oh my goodness, I have never been one for makeup. I had friends that wouldn't leave the house without some lipstick on. I just never cared for that stuff. Now, like if we're going out and I want to be dolled up, I might put some eyeliner on and you know do some mascara, something like that, or get my brush. But as far as wearing makeup, that's just never been my thing. And you know what? I had a cousin that used to wear it like Tammy Faye Baker, boy. She used to have it caked on there, like layers. And every time she would spend the night, when she left the next night, you could like see her whole face on the pillow. You missed the issue with. Okay, are you talking about with AT&T and my phone? Let me know if that's what you're talking about, because I could give you a quick synopsis about that. Okay. Um, yes, what I was saying was I got a Wi-Fi box and I went to AT&T and T and I said, "Hey, I want to get this hooked up and I wanted to have the Wi-Fi for when we go live, because there's no Wi-Fi in this park." And a lot of times for Bible study and stuff, I use my computer, my desktop, and I don't have any internet period other than my phone and my iPad. So I got my little Wi-Fi box hooked up, and the young man in AT&T said, "Oh, we could, because you are have an account with us already, we can make this unlimited for $25 a month." And I was like, "What? Sign me up!" And we got everything situated. And about 3 days later, I got a message saying I was out of data, and I'm like, "What?" So I go back to the store, and he's like, "Oh, well, they told me this one can't be unlimited. So you'll only have like 15 gigs." And I'm like, "Okay, well, all right. Well, I'll just use it for Friday night and when I need to do stuff like edit videos and post stuff and work on stuff." Come to find out, you have zero control of them charging you. They send you a text and they like, hey, for 2 gigs at $10, we'll add it. But I never gave permission for them to add it. But because I didn't turn the Wi-Fi box off, they kept adding 2 gigs, 2 gigs. So they could do that 5 or 6 times a day because the box is running, right? And finally, after 27 days, I get my new bill and it says $800 for the box, and then the other 200 for my phone, my iPad. I'm paying for that and the service. It was $1,000, and I was like, "You are joking." First thing I do, I call them like, "What is this? Why would I get a $25 plan and y'all just charge me without my permission?" I'm saying, I'm thinking you're gonna turn the box off when you run out of data, then that's it. You don't get no more the next month. Why would you take somebody who got the bare minimum, plan, and then keep charging them? I mean, if I can afford it, then I would get the best of the best, right? It's supposed to be like a prepaid. And the lady like, well, it don't work like that. You should have probably just turned the box off. And I'm like, who does that? Who even knows to do that? So they just kept charging me. So the guy, I talked to manager after manager after manager. I'm like, sir, I've been with AT&T for 6 years. I'm almost done paying with my phone and my iPad and all that stuff I got with them a couple years ago. And I was like, why in the world would I want Wi-Fi that's gonna cost me $1,000? And he was like, well, the best we could do is take five, but you'll still owe five. And I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I started crying on the phone. I was like, sir, I just started back working. I don't make that kind of money to turn around and give y'all $500 for 27 days of Wi-Fi. I just can't afford that. And he was like, I was like, y'all can't break it up. You can't take any more. I said, it doesn't even make sense. And he was like, well, unfortunately, we can't do anything other than what I did. So, it is what it is. You're just gonna have to lose your service if you can't pay it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to lose my service because I don't know what else to say. I don't have it, and I can't afford that. So here we are on the final days of that, of them saying, okay, now I'm getting the text where they're like, okay, if you can't pay, we're gonna turn it off. And I called later today and I was like, well, this is what I have. Can I get, can you payment plan me? She was like, oh yeah, but just for a few days and then it'll go off if you don't have the other half of it. She was like 285 and two no, it was like 285 and I think another 285 in like 3 days. And I was like, okay. So that's where we are now, trying to come up with the rest of it to just keep it on. And I think that once I'm able to do that and I'm current, I could go ahead and pay my phone and my iPad off, and then I'm just done with AT&T. I'm not using them anymore because every time I turn around, the bills are never the same. It always fluctuates when it should be the same. I got the same plan, same phone, same iPad, but yet it's always high low, high low. So I think I'm just done with them, and they have lost a loyal customer because I've been with them for 6 years, and in 1 month, 27 days, they crank out a bill for $1,000, and nobody there sees anything wrong with that. So it's a little heartbreaking because I use my phone to clock in for work. They don't have a clock. You have to use your phone to log in, to log out. You use your phone for your schedule. I'm away from my kids, and that's how I talk to them, my mom, all kinds of stuff. I'm away from my family, so it's how I stay connected. So it's a little heartbreaking, but I'm just trying to spend time with them as much as I can, go live and talk with you guys as much as I can till I can't. And I've been doing my best on trying to just come up with it, and if I can't, then I can't. And I can't worry about it. I'm already having a hard time here. It's one of those things where you come with the best attitude, and there's always one person. It is, I don't care where you go, I don't care what campground you're at. There is one person who thinks that because they've worked at other places that they are the authority on everything, and they are rude about it. And yeah, they are rude about it. And You let it slide the first time, you let it slide the second time. The third time, it's like, I gotta check you. Like, I cannot spend all summer with you raising your voice at me and thinking that's okay, you know, because the next time you're gonna try to do that, you're gonna be doing it in front of somebody, and that's gonna be a problem. And I don't want you to leave crying, because I'm not gonna leave crying. So let's fix this now. Um, but it's just one of those things where you just, whenever you're dealing with other people, it can be a headache, and then you have people that come and, I don't want to work this shift, I don't want to work that shift, and they complaining the whole time, which makes the day long. So I really miss out west. I just miss the sunshine. It's very overcast here a lot, so there's not a whole lot of sunny days. There's more rainy, overcast days than there is sunshine days. And I just miss sunshine. I don't have a credit card. I don't have any credit cards. When I moved into this lifestyle, I gave all that stuff up. I didn't want to travel with debt. And I didn't want to keep making debt. So then when we worked, my money would be just going out to pay bills. And so for the first year and a half, and when we worked, that's what I was doing. We were like working to keep up with a lot of bills and credit cards and stuff. And I said, no, no more. We can't do that. We couldn't even enjoy leaving the campground, because it was like, okay, what do we got to pay now? How we got to take care of this, and we still got to be saving, so when it's time to go, we can leave. And I got rid of all that stuff, because it was like, you pay it down and off, and you're done with it, right? You're done with it. You just be done with it, for the simple fact that you can't live like that. I can't live off a credit card. So now I had things down to where we just had our truck payment, car insurance, and food and gas, and leave it like that. And I think that's the key to doing this lifestyle, right? You got to have a side hustle. So whether you're doing YouTube, or selling shirts or merch, or you learn how to write a blog and get that, because see, none of that stuff happens overnight. You got to get people to invest in you and care about what you're talking about and come back. Repeat customers, people who like you and view your content, is how you make it in this YouTube business. And then when you work camping, you have to like keep content, and then you have to keep moving, and then you got to save to go when it's time to go. So you got a lot going on with what you're making. And so what I had decided, when we after we came back, after our once we were out on the road a year and a half, I was like, you know what, we can't do this and tote around a lot of debt. We just can't do it. It's not enjoyable, because you're always looking for the next gig to pay stuff. So it was like, once we were able to get the house, and we paid cash for that, and then get pay off a lot of stuff. Then when we started working, then it was like, okay, now we can start, trying to do some savings. And this time out the gate is the first time we're able to live debt free. It took us 2 years to do it. We've been doing this 3 years now. So the first year we were so new, we didn't understand much of anything. We were kind of just ready to go and get out there. And Cedric probably would have planned this to death, but I was like, let's just go and do it. He's the guy that's like, let's wait till we have enough. And I'm the person like, if we wait till we have enough, we're never gonna go. So we need to go. And so we left, and we sold what we had. We got on the road, and it was a rude awakening, right? We just learned a lot of things our first year out. And one of the things we realized is that, order to enjoy the RV life, you need to own your rig. That's the first thing. You need to own your home, because you're always paying something. So if you're paying for the house, and then you got the camper insurance, you're paying for the camper, you're paying for the truck, you're paying for car insurance, gas, propane, food, spaces, that can get expensive, especially if you're trying to live off of a savings, or you don't have money regularly coming in. So once we spent that first year just figuring it out, we traveled more that year than we have the year after that. That first year out, we got a chance to experience a lot of places. We stopped a lot, we saw a lot, but we spent a lot. So we weren't able to stay long because the places we wanted to be in, it was kind of pricey. But we didn't know much about state parks. We didn't know a lot about a lot of stuff now. So it was different. Yeah, it was different. It was different. So the second time we went out, we had a knowledge that we didn't have the first time. And then we owned our rig, but we still had some bills we were paying off. So this time when we left, our bills and stuff was paid off. And now we got this AT&T crap. And I was like, Lord, and that's what I said. I said, Lord, I don't know what to do. You know, I'm having Bible study class, and I appreciate all those that show up for Bible study because I can tell you a lot of people have stopped subscribing because of the Bible study because they feel like that's all I'm doing now, and I'm not traveling anymore, and I'm just trying to push religion down their throat, and that is so far from the truth. Bible study is a way that we just come together and hang out in a different way. Trust me, you guys, I much rather be exploring and doing videos and traveling and getting out than sitting here working all day long with one day off and not able to go and do anything. But it takes money, right? And if you don't have supporters, people that's willing to say, you know what, I want to help you with your travels, I want to help you keep going, you know, then you have to stop. And then you have to start working, and then you don't have any control over the schedule, right? So you have to come in when they say come in, and you working a little bit more than you want to. So it makes it hard to just kind of break away and go. Like today was our first day off. I had to do grocery shopping. You have to do laundry. Noodle has gotten bit by a tick 2 times. And each time they hitch a ride in his fur because he's super hairy. And, you know, and we have a hard time seeing them once they start barreling down. So we don't get him cut to be fancy. We get him cut for his safety. So if something is crawling on him, or it's a bug or a spider or a tick, or fleas, or, we need to be able to see that, right? The sap was caking up on his feet, and now he's got his boots, so we don't have that problem. But it was a problem before, and he was catching all kind of bugs in his feet because they get mixed up in the sap, and so we have him and we love him and we want to make sure that he's safe and we want to take care of him the best we know how, but that costs us too. So he's an expense by himself. And so it's just one of those things where you just, it's life is different. Yeah, it's yes, you get, life is just different on the road. I mean, you have to figure out how to do this and still have a life while you out here. And so now we're in a place to where stuff's paid off. We need another truck because I think the transmission started. It's always something. We need another truck. So we are trying to think about how we're going to do that, but you can't add too much to your plate because it becomes overwhelming. So you have to just focus on the blessings, right? And the blessing is the Lord is really taking care of us. And even though these monkey wrench things come up and throw a monkey wrench in your plan, and you start a new job, and then you got people on the job that smiling in your face and then disrespectful to you, it's a part of life, and the struggles of life and workplace, and as long as you're alive, it's going to be something. And today I had a long talk with the Lord in the car, and I was like, you know what, help me to know how to handle all these things, right? You've blessed us in so many ways. Help me to know what to do, because sometimes you do get lost in your problems and they could overtake you and you don't know what to do. And I was like, Lord, I do Bible study for you. I do traveling for me. I want to continue to be able to do those things, but I need help outside of myself, and I can't do it. And so if you don't help me, then there's no help to be had. You like, if you don't soften somebody's heart, if you don't make a way, then we can't do it. And so I am just I am just doing what I can. And I'm excited the fact that this time around us working, we don't have the stress of, are we going to lose the house if we don't have XYZ dollars on this pay period? Are we going to have enough hours so we could cover the car payment, the truck payment, the camper payment, everything out of one? You know, and we were still paying our son's rent back home too out of this paycheck. So we were maintaining an apartment back home, and it was stressful. You know, it was stressful, and then you want to help your adult children whenever you can, and it was just becoming a lot. So this year is the first year we don't have a lot of those things that we had before on our plate. But it's hard when new things you weren't expecting, like AT&T, to pop up out of the blue, and then make you feel like, okay, great, now we got this to do, we got to start all over. And life is not without its challenges, and I think none of us are naive to that, and so we're just trying to figure it out as we go. And I was thinking, I know a lot of my subscribers, you guys came over from Sarah's channel, and I know she does a lot of traveling and doing little videos and walking around and going places, and she can do that because she has supporters. And so, and I know you came over because we kind of do the same thing as far as traveling and going to see stuff. And so that's why I made that post that it's okay if you unsubscribe, because I'm not doing that. I get it. I get that's why you're here, is to see the travels and all that good stuff. And I will miss you, but I understand. But at the same time, I'm hoping that, things will start to pick up, and as things start to open, and we could get past this one little hurdle, that we'll be able to get back out there and have some fun, and do some videos and stuff like that. But it's just the bumps in the road of life. And I know that things will improve a little bit more, once we can hit that 4,000 watch time hours that we've been working on. But counting backwards don't help, so I got to do something. So hopefully the next time that we have a couple of days off in a row, that we could kind of go, because that's what you need. You need at least 3 days off in a row, so you can have like one day to get your errands ran, your laundry done, get yourself ready for work. You need one day to kind of go and explore and do stuff like that, and then you need another day to just kind of decompress from the stuff you did before, so you could be ready. So you need like 3 days. And so I'm hoping that we get some time off so we could just jump in the truck and just go and see stuff. But I want to be able to bring it to you, once we see it. Um, Maine, um, like I said before, yeah, technically we're in Maine, but we're like a block away from New Hampshire. So I would almost say we're in New Hampshire versus Maine, close to Rochester, New Hampshire. And so there's things to do, but we just have to get to them. And yeah. So I'm hoping that I'm making sense here, and that you guys understand what it is, that I'm trying to say. And I'm calm about it. I have a peace about it either way. Whether the Lord blesses us, because all it takes is one person. That's what happened with this camper. If you don't know how we got our camper, just one person, the Lord touched their heart, and we got a camper. So um if it, if he blesses, great. If he decides that this has to go off, then it has to go off. I'm sure he'll make another way for me to clock in, and check my schedule and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm just at peace with it. I mean, I'm not happy about the situation, but at the same time, I know I've done all I can do. I know it's not my fault. I didn't bring it on myself. I wasn't irresponsible about it. It's just a greedy cell phone company that took advantage of a poor person and not backing down. It is what it is. There's people like that out there every day. And so I'm excited though. There is hardly no I haven't seen a library around here since I've been here. I'm sure there is one, but I do my Bible study video Shirley on Friday nights at 8, and I don't know if the library would let me come in and do that. You don't have the freedom to kind of just talk the way you want to at the library and do videos and stuff like that. But that's an idea. It's definitely an idea. I know they'd be telling me, "Shh, ma'am, you can't film in here. You got to be quiet." So, what did you just break? So, Cedric coming in here breaking stuff. So it is what it is, and I'm just hoping to be able to see stuff and travel soon, because that's the whole reason of coming up here, was to kind of explore this area. And so we have yet to like really be able to do that. And the one day we did set out to do that, everything was closed. They claim that it really doesn't get popping till after Memorial Day. Well, it's after Memorial Day. So hopefully there's a cruise I would like to take, and you go around these little islands, and it's like a 2 or 3 hour cruise, and you get on the boat and it takes you around the islands. I'd like to do that. They got a whale watching cruise. I've always wanted to take a whale watching cruise. So hopefully we'll be able to catch one of those. They got Arcadia National Park. I would love to go see that. They have Mount Washington. I would love to go see that. I'd have to see, because I get off late sometimes, and I don't know if I want to be sitting outside of a closed library at night. But that's an idea. That's an idea. I'm not
What are
gonna.
you going to the library
Well, Shirley was saying if you could hook up to the library's internet, but you might be asking for trouble sitting outside an establishment after dark while it's closed, because we primarily work during the day, and sometimes we work evenings. And
for? You just need some type of home internet.
yeah, we do need some kind of home internet right now. I just need to keep, you know, my phone, because I was telling them that's how we clock in, that's how we clock out, that's how we get our schedule.
Everything.
And I don't want to go to my boss and be like, "Hey, my phone's off." So I can't clock in. What's my options? But it is what it is. It's you have to smile about it, or you'll cry. So you just have to
It wouldn't be at least terrible, like if at least if the park had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them, that we don't
If
even
the
have
park had
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, then it wouldn't be as bad.
I was telling them that we don't even have Wi-Fi in the park,
But
and
even when we leave, we still would need the Wi-Fi or a phone,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But my phone is prepaid, but I strive to, get the cheapest plan that I can afford too, because Erica's phone is a lot better than mine and more stable. So whenever we are navigating a lot of these places that we go or have been, it's all been off of her devices.
Yeah, and for some reason, a lot of places we go, his Wi-Fi may not work.
It does not work. There
So
has been a lot of places that we've been that I have been quite jealous that her phone is working off of one bar and it is flying. So AT&T does, I will say, have good service because she has had this phone for so long with them. But I kind of encourage her to go that route from the beginning. She used to have a prepaid service, Cricket and Metro,
I wish I had
but
them now. At least you know
you
what the
know,
bill was gonna be,
but even
$40.
then though, I would say, doing this, I wouldn't want to go with Cricket nor Metro. I mean, I'm similarly to what they are, and this is terrible.
Well, I can tell you that we haven't been a place yet that I haven't seen a Cricket or a Metro store.
But we haven't been places that your phone has not ever worked, and even when we were
Yes,
navigating,
yes, we have. We've been
well,
to
well, well,
Patagonia Lake.
well, Patagonia Lake,
Soon
but
as you spiral down and get to the park entrance,
But they
Nothing.
had Wi-Fi.
Not my phone wouldn't connect to it. I had no connection whatsoever as long as we were there. Oh, and another
I
place
had no
right
connection
outside,
at Patagonia Lake either.
and right outside of when we were boondocking outside of Telluride, nothing, nothing.
Yeah,
I
that
got
was another pass.
absolutely nothing, and I was sick of that because
I didn't
every
get service until we got to
yeah,
Telluride.
yeah, we had to go down to Telluride
Yeah,
to
she
the
right. That is
store.
one place.
Yeah, we had to go to the store in Telluride to just use it because we had zero service, and I couldn't. I mean, okay. So I think sometimes you could deal with no service, but we had no TV, no nothing, and it wasn't a place that you wanted to sit outside because they were like wow everything walking over there. Well, I thought about calling corporate, but I don't even know how to navigate through that. I, I I don't know how to navigate through that. I don't.
Corporate who?
Huh?
Corporate of who?
AT&T. Take that up the
Ask to
chain.
speak to somebody from corporate. You always get results when you can't get nobody. I mean, the thing of it is my thing of it is if I'm aware, right? So every time that I call Simple Mobile or any carrier that I've had, they always remind me of the auto pay. Yeah, you save $5 if you use auto pay. Well, $5 savings of auto pay is great, right? And I wouldn't mind having the $5 savings, but I'm like her. I don't like when people just can take my funds
And dip into your
anytime,
wallet.
anytime that they want to, right? So when the bill is due, I'll pay the bill. If my internet is, if I've reached my data cap, then slow me down,
Or turn
but
it
make
off.
me aware that you're doing that. And if I have it enrolled automatically in auto pay, I don't think that you should have your say so over how, I mean, $1,000 in Wi-Fi, like
And the
nobody would
crazy
ever
part
do that.
is you get the cheapest bill possible. You got the cheapest plan. And why would the cheapest plan screw poor people like that? That's the thing. It's like if you getting the cheapest plan, it's because you can't afford top tier. So why would you keep charging people who can't pay top tier? Every I don't know. I don't want to get worked up.
But there's a lot of carriers out here though that do have true unlimited data, and that's what they said that this was. This was like their prepaid $25 a month data plan, and that's what she got. And so if it's saying every 2 gigabytes that you ran out, then it only told her that one time. It just said that you ran out. And if you want to, then you can re up. But if you don't say yes or or no, then you don't just automatically do it.
Well, I don't. I
Or they say turn off the box.
yeah. That could have been an option had they told me before the fact, but I don't want to turn our could be last broadcast together into a complaint into a complaint session because I really am grateful for you guys, right? I'm grateful to just have y'all, and I really wanted to say that if nothing can be worked out and I lose some of y'all, I've come to peace with that. It's okay because I know why you started following us from the beginning. And so, unfortunately, we haven't been able to just keep going and going and going and going and going. And that's what I would like to do. I would love to have just one summer where we get to explore any and everything we wanted. Since we left,
You guys know what I
we've
tell her?
we've never had that adventure like that. We've never like said, okay, we're gonna do this, this, this. We're gonna land here, and at the end of the summer, we'll be done here. It's like we've always been seeing what we could see on our way to our next gig, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little burnt out on work camping. I would just like to have my days as my own because even when I'm not here, y'all know you were with me. I was up at 5 in the morning, doing Instacart all day long to sometimes 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then we landed here, and then it's like we just hit the ground running. I would just like to have a summer, a real summer of exploration, like a real summer to be able to just go and do videos and wake up and just stop random places like we used to, and just see stuff and have picnics in weird places, and just be that wide-eyed kid that got a chance to just see it. Like I was watching some of my old videos myself, and I was watching the one we did in Badlands, and I was just thinking about how cool that was, to just drive through there and be in South Dakota. But at the same time, we missed so much because it's like, okay, well, we got to keep going because we got to make it to Oregon because we got to work soon. And so it was like we missed a lot. We could have stayed there a couple days and took some hikes and saw some things that was going on there. We just all we did was just drive through it and stop where we could. They had some places even around the park that we could have checked out that we didn't get a chance to do that because we were like, okay, so we just stop here on our way to somewhere else. So it would be nice to kind of be able to enjoy the journey. It would just be nice to be able to do that. And I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful that we'll be able to kind of explore around here and get some stuff done, and at least have some videos that we could put together and then put out whenever we return, or if we don't go nowhere. Who knows what might happen? So I might be coming on again telling you a different story. um yeah, you think so? That's so sweet, y'all. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm just at peace. I'm just merely talking to you and kind of telling you my thoughts. And then meanwhile, it is what it is. And I got the best travel buddy over here in the world. Isn't that right, Cedric? my travel buddy.
You know what I tell her? Because I didn't want to interrupt her. You know what I'm saying? We try to work on doing that because I don't like when people do that to me. But when she say the same thing that she just said to you guys, to me, this is what I tell her. I think that the people who come to see you, regardless of whatever you're broadcasting, come to see you because they love you. And when people are loyal, that's the key word. When people are loyal to you, they're loyal to you. Like, I know I have never met Josh the RV nerd, and if you guys have never heard of Josh the RV nerd on YouTube, you could probably search Josh the
He is a
RV
loyal
nerd.
fan, Josh.
I love Josh the RV nerd, but I never met him, right? But I kind of live vicariously through him because this is the first person that I've ever known to give me any RV knowledge before we had this one. So you guys can look at Erica's earlier videos and see that I didn't even know how to dunk the
Hey, Mike.
poop tank.
How are
So
you?
you know how that goes.
Doing much better.
Well, good.
Mommy said, don't you remember 2 years ago when you worked there? It was allergies and dust.
Yeah, well, the pollen is thick around here.
Yeah, I didn't make it in last night. I was coughing so bad.
Well, I'm glad to see you feeling better.
Yeah.
But yes,
Need more bourbon.
not quite.
Additional bourbon. See you later.
All right, be safe, Mike.
Always.
He
So
he says that, but he's always been one of my biggest
well, no, I'm just saying it's
supporters.
because see, a little bit of me used to be jealous of her doing this with you guys.
Really?
You understand? Yeah, don't say really. You know this because
Oh my
see, but see,
goodness!
we're
See,
live, but
see
see,
the
we're
little
live.
jazzy
This is
attitude.
not
He's so
edited.
jazzy. He
This is
make
not
me.
edited, guys. This is
Okay,
the real deal, right? So
I'm
listen.
saying really, like
So
really,
listen.
you going there?
No, no,
Not
no,
really,
no,
like I didn't know.
no. Really, like I'm saying, like when I realized something in that very moment, right? That you guys had something special with her because this is your broadcaster, and this is your videographer, and this is your person that you follow. And just like me with Josh, I follow his material and I'm loyal to him because that's how I learn about RVs. That's how I learn about different things that I don't know about. And it could be anybody. But one thing I'll say for sure is the reason why the jealousy kind of faded away is because I saw that you guys love me too. I saw that you guys love Noodle too. And I saw that, you know, people who sometimes can't do things or be places that people are, sometimes they live vicariously through them. And you know, Erica is a really cool person,
Oh, thank you, honey.
in spite of you know what everybody say.
What does everybody say? You're
She's a
such
really
a
cool person in
jerk.
spite of what everybody say. You know, but no, seriously, I just think that the people who come, no matter who it is, guys, if it's four of you guys, six of you guys, four of you guys, thank you for believing in her. Thank you for sending Noodles the gifts. Thank you for
Oh my goodness.
just all of the
Noodle
love,
looks
you know.
so
Thank you.
cute in
Just
his
thank you, thank you, thank you.
raincoat. He looks so cute and he
He
looks
really do.
so cute. And now that he's cut down and he don't look like an old man, he fit in his raincoat perfectly.
He now don't like the
And
haircut
I
though.
don't either because he doesn't look like Noodle anymore. He looked like a new puppy. And it seems like it's almost like Samson, right? When Samson got his haircut, he lost his strength. When Noodle get a haircut, it's like he lose his Noodle confidence. He don't want to jump up on the bed anymore. He be feeling like I can't do it. I can't. It's like it takes something away from him to where he start acting more
I like
needy.
Grumpy Noodle.
Yeah, I like Noodle too. I
I
like
like
old
Grumpy
man
Noodle.
Noodle look, but
Yeah.
I know we can't keep him like that because we noticed that he was panting a lot because he was hot and the bugs would get in him and he started
Well, we did that a
scratching.
little bit in Oregon. He
Yeah,
wasn't hot like that though. I just think that, you know, the bugs is definitely something to
a
worry about
problem.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, they are everywhere.
And so it's like we do it for his benefit, but it's like with every cut he gets, it just takes some of his little puppy confidence. And as it grows back, he comes back. And so,
I agree.
it's like, uh,
He curled up in the corner over there like a little
yeah.
scary dog.
And so today when he got home and Cedric was cleaning off the top of the camper, he was just shaking so bad. And it's like he's just not confident anymore. And so it's been and another thing
It's
is
weird that I'm sorry, honey. When he had his hair right before that, before he got cut and it was raining, he wasn't acting like that. Like he could just be chilling. But
it
I mean,
depends
I
on
don't
if
know
it's
because
thunder and
me maybe
lightning. He don't
walking
like it.
around, he knows that I'm up there. But
But I can tell you that since we've been here and we've been back to work, he has had a very hard time adjusting to that. A very hard time. Like he over the summer, even with doing Instacart, I had made friends with like store managers so I could bring him with me, put him in my backpack. I kind of explained to them that he's like my service dog, and so I was able to take him everywhere I went. He's 3, and so now I can't do that, right? I can't have him with me all the time, and so he's having a hard time adjusting to us being gone pretty much the whole entire day, from the time we wake up in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're pretty much gone, and those are some long days. And like I was saying, if
he's
I
three, Miss Shirley.
yeah, he's 3 years old, so it's like one of those things that you just feel for him, and he's just been really struggling with being home by himself so long. And I really didn't come here to work 40 hours a week. I really don't. I don't want to do that because I have him, and I know that that's stressful on him for us to be gone like that. And if I was gonna go back to doing 40, then I need to find like a real job that's like salary, like I was at the VA, and I don't want to do that. But not right now, anyways. But it's
Uh,
just trying to figure things out.
yeah, he is kind of wise. He is wise. He's a pretty intelligent dog, but you know we didn't have to do a whole lot of training with him. Honestly, it's just a lot of love, affection, and just talking to Noodle when it comes to doing things. And sometimes he's a little, he's spoiled a little bit out. He say you see a dog, he runs off sometimes. But
Yeah, you
Erica now
can't.
can say come back and he'll come back. But I love him. I love him. He's the best.
Yeah, and Margaret, it really is heartbreaking sometimes. Sometimes in the morning, I don't want to leave him. And I'm working hard on my own personal mental health, like dealing with my own bouts of depression or feeling anxious at some point during the day. And then I come home and I think he kind of fell off of me being feeling anxious, and I'm anxious and he anxious, and then we both anxious. What?
Cause I think you missed something. I was just showing you the comments. I think
Oh,
sometimes you miss something.
yeah. I try to
Like that.
catch them as they come up on the screen. What did
Good news
River
is
said?
you are close, and Noodle can probably sense that. I had the same issue. It says they adapt. Trust me. And he
He
does. He
he
does. He
he
can
did
watch
better
out the
in Oregon,
window.
but I can't see him where I am. I don't see anything
He
outside in the
definitely sees
building.
me because I pass through here a lot. Sometimes he'll have me come here to do certain things for him, and
And that's another thing. One of the things as it's getting warmer during the day, it's hard to gauge the heat in the camper because, like, when we leave in the morning, it's kind of chilly,
we're under a lot of trees
and I
too.
don't want to leave him cold and turn the heater off. So I might turn on really, really low to keep it room temperature, and then you start getting busy, and then by 11:30 it's like 80 degrees, and then you're like, oh Lord, I left the heat on. So I'm like, Cedric, please go turn the heat off, put the AC on for Noodle. And it's kind of hard to gauge it. They have this little monitor thing that will alert you if the camper gets too hot, but those things are expensive.
I actually bought a camera today, but of course you need Wi-Fi. But I actually bought a camera today so we could monitor him while we're at work, and I was gonna download the app on both of our phones, and you can actually talk to him through the camera. It was only $20, but it's worth it, I guess, if it works. But just something, and putting him in the kennel when we was out in Oregon was something we did in the beginning because we were new dog parents too, and we were trying to maintain the integrity of the camper, without having dog feces all over it or our things. And he did pretty well one or two times, and then as we progressed, he became used to. What I'm trying to say is he became used to the scheduling of taking him out and just kind of being with us at certain periods of the day. But here, I don't know what it is about him just using the bathroom
It
sometime
was nice
inside.
to meet you too, Mary Ellen. Well, he didn't feel secure in his kennel, I could tell you that. Not with that door on there. He act like the house was on fire and he needed to get out. He was scratching at that door as though and so let me explain to you. Noodle is a rescue, right? So we have no clue what they did to him before we got him. All I know is that when he got in that kennel, he turned into a wild beast. He did
Here, you can
not
face him.
like it at all. Huh?
You can face
That
towards it.
not that's not the charger for my
Oh,
phone.
okay. I'm sorry.
And so he didn't like that at all. And I don't Noodle is like a person to me. I don't want to cage my baby. And so we had this kennel in the house, and it took up so much of the walking space. So I took it out. We got him a bed. I mean, for the most part, he's not a dog that chews on anything. He doesn't rip up anything. He just is not used to us not being there. He's not a menace home by himself. And we have pads and stuff. I had something on my wish list that was like these little pea blankets for dogs. I like that because it covers more space than going to buy puppy pads every week or every couple days, and being gone, long periods of the day. Can you stick this in there for me, honey? Gone long periods of the day. It's just we can't get back and take him out like he needs to go, and so it's just the little things. It's just I feel like one of the like I'd like to be a stay at home mom. I wish I could find a way to make this YouTube thing really work to where we could keep gas money and space money, that we could keep moving, keep producing content, make money from our commercials, you know, from the ads and stuff like that, and be able to be with him and just enjoy life on the road, even if it was just for one season. And I'm holding out hope for that because I've been hoping for that since the day we left. But
That's always, I think, too, what makes, these journeys special. Like our first year out, I go back and I watch some of our old videos,
we
and
had a lot of fun.
we
We had a
we
lot of
we the
fun.
first videos are like, they kind of like bring joy and tears of happiness, and
And travel
just
experiences,
experiences and all of those things, just conquering fear, and
being at the salt flats, riding
oh
our
my
bikes,
goodness,
and
that was
and
just so freaking
everything.
cool.
That was the coolest thing because it looked like there was no end to it.
Yeah,
Like, and then you literally could see the sky reflecting in the salt. It
that
was
was
just the
tripping.
coolest thing.
If you go too far, you will. I mean, we rode a good ways
I would
away
like
from the
to,
RV that we couldn't see it.
and we drove on the salt for a little bit, but then it starts caking up around your tires and stuff. But there were people who just went for it. They just drove, and then at night we spent the night there, and you would think we were the only people there. No, folks camping on the salt, having little fires. It was just the coolest experience. I love riding through the desert. I remember when me and Cedric first went to Death Valley. We went to California for vacation. It was our very first time going, and we drove to Death Valley. And I could just remember seeing these RVs in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And I told him one day, I want to do that. I just want to camp out in the middle of nowhere and just see the night sky and just the beauty of the desert. It's like I enjoy the journey. Like the destination is great, but I enjoy getting there. I enjoy the views. We used to stop all the time and just get out and walk. We could turn a day trip, boy, into some very long trips. But it was one of those things that I just missed that. Our first year out, we just really explored. We just stopped and explored, and we haven't had a chance to do that.
Yeah, he will go in there, River B. He will go in there and sleep. If it's in the house, he will go in there. But we just took the front door off. I mean, but like she said, it just take up a lot of space. He'll cozy up more in the bed with us than he will
And
anywhere
when
else.
he's sick of us, he will jump down and
He'll
go
go
get in
ahead,
his bed, and then I'll call him. He'll come back, and then he'll be like, "You don't want nothing." He'll jump down and go
go
back and get
back.
in his bed, and he'll sleep in his bed all night long, right? And so he is a human dog. He is a
He's
person
just
in
used
dog
to us. Like
form.
he always want to go in the store. I mean, he just always want to go with us. And the crazy thing is, I know that probably isn't helping him with so much affection like that. But at the same time, it's like we always want to be with him too. It's just not really possible right now,
Well,
you
the
know.
thing is, he's my support, right? He's I take him everywhere I go because I need him.
He's
Like
our support.
I need him, so I take him. And so he's not. I don't consider him as being spoiled. We say that because we love on him all the time, but he has a purpose,
I
right?
don't think he's spoiled.
Yeah, he definitely has a purpose. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Long time no see. He definitely has a purpose, and so
Hey, Sarah.
I am I miss him during the day and I worry about him. So I'm just hoping one day
How you doing?
we could get back on the road
I saw
like we
your
were.
almost stepped on a rattlesnake video.
Oh my goodness, that was scary. Everything is well. We're hanging in there. We wish we could be like you and travel a little bit more, but we're hanging in there. Where are you now? Are you somewhere cool out west? Like what state? What state are you enjoying now?
Oh, you
Oh,
did step on it?
Mary Ellen, that is so cool. Oh,
Wow.
that would be
We'll have to
awesome.
get together
We
with
would
you
love
too and
that.
take you to dinner. Aw.
Yeah, we would love that.
We actually met a couple in outside of the Teton Village at Tarjee Grand Hotel or Grand
You know what?
Tarjee,
Let me tell y'all. Just
and
now when he said that, I thought he was trying to be fancy and say Target.
no, Grand Tarjee
Target,
Hotel,
Target.
Tarjee Hotel, but it was a ski resort, and they took us out to dinner too. It was really cool. We sat in a hot tub,
Congratulations!
40-degree weather. It was snow everywhere.
It is your birthday.
Happy
Cause
birthday!
when we met you, it was almost around this
It's my
time.
birthday weekend, and my family is flying
Yay!
in tomorrow.
Well,
Happy birthday!
congratulations, birthday girl. It's almost our friend anniversary too. We met
Yeah,
around
that's
about this
true.
time. Last year around this time, we got a chance to sit out by the fire. But yes, it is crazy. We've met a lot of wonderful people along the way.
Hey.
We've met a lot of wonderful people along the way. And I'm trying my best to do better with making meaningful relationships. Like not lose uh, contact with people because it's on RV. It's so easy to meet people and then lose track of them, and the relationship becomes very superficial. And so I've been working on trying to make more meaningful relationships. But at the same time, it can be creepy because I've had people walk up to me and they know me and I don't know them. And so they act like they know everything about you because they've been watching your journey. And sometimes that could be a little creepy because they come up to you. And I had a lady that was like, I watch you all the time. And she started telling me stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. So she feels connected. And it's like, I'm playing catch up. So sometimes it can be a little weird. But I mean, that's the breaks when you live your life on kind of a public, and that's why you try to leave as much of your personal life as closed as possible, because you just never know who's watching. But it's been a real journey, and I can tell you, I've discovered a lot of things about myself, and I'm still discovering a lot of things about myself. And my gimbal just died, so I'm gonna take that as a omen that it's probably time to end this broadcast because now I gotta hold the camera. But I've been learning a lot of stuff about myself and a lot of about you dealing with my emotions and life struggles as it happens, how I'm dealing with that.
It's my lucky day. I got 2 for 1.
You followed Gypsy too? Well, that is
Follow you
so
both,
cool.
Frankie Lee and Wondering GC. Happy birthday.
All right, Sarah, thank you for dropping
Hey,
in and
good to
happy
see you too, Sarah.
birthday
Happy
and
birthday.
take care. Hopefully one day you're gonna jump on and we're gonna actually be doing something other than sitting here talking about it. Talking about wanting to do something. We'll be actually out doing something.
Definitely got to get off the East Coast. I ain't gonna. I'm okay. I'll say this. I like different campgrounds and exploring different state parks and stuff like that. Anywhere in the United States, but man, out west is just where it's at.
I miss it every
Out west
day.
is where it's at.
Every day we're talking about it at some point about something that is just different. And I think that just best fits our personalities. Okay, I'll be there.
Come say hi on my birthday or stream on Sunday.
I'll be, well, maybe I'll be there. I don't know yet. I'm working on being there.
Yeah, we might have to work Sunday.
But I'm trying to keep the phone going. So
Yeah.
I'll see, Sarah. I got a couple things, and I'm so used to saying yeah, but we'll try. We're trying our hardest to stay connected. But if we can't end up being there, happy birthday anyway. Oh, Aunt
Happy next Sunday.
Cindy. Well, tell her I said hello. We're trying to stay connected. But if we can't be there, have the happiest of birthdays because you deserve a great day. And so hopefully our paths will cross very soon. So thanks for stopping by. We making all kind of noise over here. I swear.
Look at Noodle. He thinking like, dang it.
Say hi. Tell little one I said hi.
I miss you, little one.
Say hi to Sarah. Say happy birthday, Sarah.
Grumpy man.
He just acts so unbothered. He
Grumpy
just
man.
the talent, boy. I tell you, it's just hard to find a good agent for the puppies. But anyway, you guys, be praying for us that we will be able to keep connected and keep everything going, and that we could be able to get you some videos and be able to still stay together. Tomorrow night we do have Bible study. It'll probably be our last one until we know what's going on. So it would be really awesome to have you guys come and show up. If you want to purchase some of our merch to kind of help us out a little bit, you could go do that. I made a post in the community, so it has the links to everything in there. You could check that out and see what we got there. Even if you get a sticker, that would be great too. But I just wanted to spend some quality time with you guys, and just remind y'all that I love you, and I know that you love us because you show us all the time. And we are thankful for all your likes and all your comments and all your shares. And we wish we could do more to show you things, but hopefully one day that will come. You never know. You can meet one person that will change your life, and
I can show you work camping.
I, and we've had that experience where you meet one person and they just change your life, and then overnight things are different. And so I know that God is able to do anything, and He's willing to bless us however He sees fit. And so we're just going to enjoy the journey. And we're going to end this video here. So thank you for all your thumbs up. Thank you for all those that came and hung out with us. Thank you for just being so loyal and so kind,
Love you too,
and so loving. Thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for all your shares, your likes, your follows, your words of encouragement. And if you guys would like to help us stay connected and get back on the road, you could go to our community post. I got some information there. We'd love to have your support. Thank you, Miss Deborah. We love you guys too so much, and we will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I hope you'll be tomorrow at 7. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. We're going to do it an hour early tomorrow. So at 7 o'clock tomorrow, we'll see you for Bible study. All right. Good night, you guys.
Good night, guys.
Love you.